And of course, I didn't make an intro for this YouTube video, but I just want to give you a quick rundown. Basically, what I'm showing you today is how to make brioche from scratch. It's literally so easy. It just takes some time. And then I'm turning some fresh live lobster into a lobster roll for this wonderful brioche. So listen, stay tuned. This is an in-depth voiceover that I'm going to go over. And if you like this kind of content, please make sure to subscribe, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's get to it. All right, let's jump right in this. First things first, you got to make a sponge. The finished product looks like this, but basically all you do is take flour, yeast, and milk and let it sit for about an hour, hour and a half until it looks like that first video. Next, you're going to need eggs, butter, more flour, granulated sugar, salt, and you will see I'll have this full recipe in the description box. So have no fear. But from there, it's really easy. So basically all you want to do is you have your sponge in the bottom of here, and then you put your dry, make sure they're sifted, right? Because we don't want no clumps in there. And you want to make sure everything's hydrated. And then you're literally going to just start whipping this thing up, man. Like for a total of 15 minutes the first round, and scraping down the sides every 4 to 5 minutes. And you literally want the dough to sound like somebody's punching a bag, you know? And once you get to that point, you're going to start incorporating the butter about 1 tablespoon at a time and really keep whipping it up. And then here's the window pane test. You can see that it's super elastic, really nice. And you're going to let that rise, double in size. And then here, I'm going to go into shaping. So basically, I just punch it down real quick. And I noticed the dough's really sticky, which is good. This is what you want. Now, be easy with the flour. Don't be crushing it. As you can see, I'm literally dipping my bench scraper into flour just so it doesn't stick. And I'm starting to work the dough with the bench scraper only. And then what we're going to do is we are going to flip it out onto the table. All right. Now, I think this is a really important part. I'm not using all of this for just the lobster roll. I'm actually making small buns, but for the lobster roll portions, you're going to need to measure this out to 100 grams each, and then make little logs, which is super easy. I forgot to record that part, but it's okay. Basically, all you have to do is you want to shape it first. I shape it into a ball first, and that way I have that smooth outside. And then basically from here, you'll see I'll let the dough rest for about 10 minutes so I can work with it, and then I'll go immediately into shaping. I mean, listen, this recipe is so easy. I mean, if I had the time, I would make it more often, but from start to finish, it's about 6 hours, to be honest. The sponge takes about an hour and a half, and then you have to let your dough double in size, and then you can get to it. But you could stage this out where you can do it like, in advance. You can put the dough, after it's finished rising, you can put it into the fridge and then do it the next day, or you can plan your day around it. As you can see right here, I'm making the little buns. I thought this would be cool to record so you can kind of see, because it's the same process to make the logs. You want to get the shape right first, and then from here, I will make the log to actually make the quote-unquote hot dog bun. But I didn't record me killing the lobster, but basically you see this live lobster here. I put him in the steamer. The whole lobster probably takes about 8 to 10 minutes, depending on how high your steamer is. And then now we're going to go into cutting the mise en place for the lobster roll. As you can see, I am cutting some chives. And then basically from here, I think it's super important that with any allium products, onions, garlic, whatever it is, you don't want to prep too far in advance. I'm literally cutting these chives for the lobster roll right now, right before I'm going to eat it. You don't want to like prep this a day in advance and have it hanging out in your fridge. It's just, the flavor dulls out, and it's just doesn't work out too well. So I think it's very important, especially with a roll like this that's really high quality. You want to keep the integrity of the ingredients that you're using. All right, back into it. So again, shallots. I'm just using shallots because I really like using this for something that's delicate and it doesn't overpower. So I've seen a lot of chefs like they'll use shallots, but they'll use them raw. And you know, for me, I like to take the edge off of it, so you still have the onion flavor, but it's not as pungent. So there's two options you can do. If you want to keep the crunch, then I would suggest soaking these in ice water, rinsing them about 3 times, and then you'll have a beautiful crunch, like still raw onion, but just not that pungent. But I'll show you what I'm going to do here, and I think I yield the best product. I've just noticed over the years, I feel like this is the best way to do it for this application. But I'm basically going to saute those a little bit, and just to take the bite off, not caramelizing them, not cooking them, just to take the bite off and sweeten them up a little bit. And next we're gonna grab some butter. Now this butter is just to toast my bread, nothing crazy, but I'm just gonna cut off, so you can use any amount you want to, whatever you need to toast the bread. But I think it's really important to toast the bread in the pan. This is amazing how it comes out. It's nice and crispy on the edges, but soft in the middle. So here's the finished product brioche. I didn't film the shaping, and I feel bad about it, but basically you can see I made little logs, and then all I did was put them together, and then I baked them off. And I really wanted it higher. I wanted to be able to put the maximum amount of lobster in, so you can see it's kind of like it's a hot dog roll, but on steroids. So you can see it's bigger, it's longer, and I'm just tearing the brioche so I can kind of show you. And then I didn't want to commit to that one, so I just left it be. But as you can see, I got a really nice, like, glorified hot dog bun here, and I really love it. The crumb looks really good. The flavor on this brioche was amazing. Now this is where the magic happens. Boom, butter in a pan, put the brioche down, make sure it's a flat side, and you're basically gonna toast this on both sides in butter. And I'm telling you, it's magical, because basically what we're doing here is we're making the outside crispy, but the inside is still gonna be really soft. Next, as I talked about earlier, I'm just gonna take the bite off of these onions. If you were to put this straight into the salad, it would take a lot away from the delicate lobster. So that's all I'm doing. I want the flavor, I want the crunch, but I don't want all of the pungency that comes with raw onions. All right, so from there, basically I did portion the lobster in advance. I can kind of explain to you how to do that, but I didn't want to get my video to get taken down on TikTok, so I didn't film that part. So here we go. I'm adding celery, I added the shallots, I added chives, and then I also previously added lemon juice, and then I'm gonna hit it with some salt. And then I always add these ingredients first, a little bit of pepper, and then I will add mayo a little bit at a time, right? So we let the star shine, which is the lobster and the fresh cut vegetables, and then we're gonna add the mayo just to bring it all together. So I start with a little tablespoon, and I feel like that's all I need. So I just mix it up here, and I mean, this tastes amazing. If you ever have a chance to make a lobster roll, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna love it. I think it's really important here is I'm not a big fan of iceberg, but it is the most crunchiest, and that's what I'm looking for in this sandwich. So as you can see, cut a little iceberg. I'm gonna put it in the bottom of the bun, and this just adds a little bit of crunch to a beautiful lobster roll. So now this lobster roll is not traditional, right? But at the same time, I'm just making it how I would want to eat it. So obviously on a brioche bun, a little bit of iceberg in the bottom. Then this also helps the bread not get soggy. And I just spoon it in here, and you can see why I shaped the brioche like this, because if it was just a little skinny hot dog bun, it wouldn't be able to hold all of this damn lobster. I mean, look at that. Who wouldn't want to eat this? Look at that. Oh my God, I can't wait. But I also don't like sandwiches that are too big. So this is a perfect size for me. It can all fit in my hand. I can take beautiful bites out of it. I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's amazing. So I wish everybody could taste this. I mean, I can't tell you how fortunate I am enough to know this technique and be able to make all of these things from scratch. And that's going to do it for the video. Thank you all if you made it this far. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button if you want to see more cooking videos like this. See ya!